Name is Ashley Garth. I am here with Ollie Gabriel, music hit maker and entrepreneur. He is the owner of the Corner Wedgwood and the new and upcoming Aura Lounge here in Nashville. And he is one of our co-hosts for our upcoming event this Thursday, March the 13th at the Corner Wedgwood. So why don't you go ahead, tell us a little bit about yourself.
What's up, Ashley? Hey, look, I'm here in Nashville. We're excited for the Connect, Create, and Celebrate event happening tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing day full of like-minded individuals. So, thank you for hosting it here at the corner.
Absolutely. So how long have you been a full-time entrepreneur?
Um, I probably started my entrepreneurship journey in like 2012. I started as as a lot of artists, just wanting to make it to LA. I'm from Louisiana. I left Louisiana in 2004 and I was signed to Interscope. And, I was just an artist, and sorry, I thought what God had me, just had to do about music. What he had for me was music. And, my vision was small, but what he had for me was a lot bigger. So,
Yeah.
but after going through ups and downs as an independent artist and having to find my way, I found myself actually I started out in sales, and through that journey of digital marketing, I used to do a lot of sales and digital marketing. And then I started my own digital marketing company when I was back in LA and was
Okay, I didn't know
successful
that.
with that. And that kind of started my entrepreneurship journey back in 2012. Now,
Wow, you
multiple
are so
people.
talented. Because guys, I've seen him perform,
Thank
just blows your mind on stage. And then now I find out that you have a marketing background, design.
you.
Uh, you're leading a venue. I have came in to have food, and I hear you leading a team.
Thank
So I think that's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, my philosophy is like, I just try to, you never know what's possible for you. And I think a lot of times we live within, these confines of what we used to doing, but I just allow myself to explore. If I got an idea, I don't know who I'm gonna be next, but whatever God puts on my heart, I just allow myself to take those risks and to expand into different things, even if I don't have the background or the experience.
Yeah, so let's talk about your music background. How
Yeah.
has your music background influenced everything that you're doing as an entrepreneur?
Well, I've always been a musician. I was anybody who's from my hometown back in Louisiana, me doing what I've done in music, they're like, we knew that. Like that's always been him. I've always been like that kid who always knew what I wanted to do. So I think the way music has influenced my entrepreneurship journey is, music is about experimentation. It's about freedom and not being afraid to take risk. And I think that's shown for me in entrepreneurship. You know, I've 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 I'm doing a lot now that um it's about bringing your vision to life, and I think music just helps me. It's giving me the confidence to do that. I could
Mhm.
have an idea for a song, and then I could go in the studio and like make that something real that everybody could listen to. And I approach business the same way. If I got an idea for a concept or a venue or whatever it is, to be able to take it from your mind and make it something tangible.
Oh, so I'm going offline a little bit. I have a question for you
Okay.
because you're naturally a creative, and
Yeah.
now you have other business ventures. How do you manage wearing so many different hats and having so many different income streams? Because a
Yeah.
lot of people are just like they don't get it.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think this is something that took me a while to get to as I scaled, but just understanding that you can't do everything yourself, delegation. I think a lot of entrepreneurs when they're first starting out, they can have a lack mindset where they feel like they have to do everything themselves because they don't want to spend money. And the thing that really helped me scale was understanding the value of finding people in different zones of geniuses, I like to call it.
Yeah.
I'm really good. I'm a visionary. I'm really good at things, but I'm not a guy that likes to be in the weed. So now I have people for that. So it's really not being afraid of partnership. That's one of the things, not being afraid of increasing the pie, taking a smaller piece of a bigger pie. and understanding how to delegate and how to buy back your time. So, now my most valuable asset is my time. Versus whereas before, when I was first starting my entrepreneurship journey, I was thinking more along the lines of money being my most valuable resource. But now I understand it's my time. So I try to buy other people's time so that I can leverage my efforts.
Yes, and that actually leads me to my next question, networking. So now you figured it out. So I'm guessing your time is freed up so you can do more networking. So how has networking played a role in everything that you're doing now?
Yeah, I think and my true belief to networking may be a little counter to to the narrative. I personally at this point in my life, my approach to business is very spiritual. I don't network in the way that I did, let's say, when I was, 24, 25 years old in LA, and I gotta go out, I gotta go meet everybody. And it was a very much a hustle kind of mentality. I really approach things now from a place of uh, inner alignment and clarity, and really everything comes to me. Like, so I think the way I approach networking is being open to seeing when those those right people come across my path so I can recognize it. So that's more like having discernment versus
Yeah.
me actively saying like, okay, I'm gonna go out and meet 50 people tonight. I really don't do that anymore.
Yeah. And so let me ask you this, what would be a couple of gems of advice to give to people that are looking to expand their network?
I would say first, like, lead with value. Lead with value. That's number one. I think one of the things that's really transformed a lot of my helped me scale and a lot of my success is I try to lead with value, try to connect the dots for people without expecting anything in return, try to, offer value to situations. So always think what's in it for the other person and
Yeah.
try to serve that. I think that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs miss out on early in their journey. I think that helps with networking. I think people networking is about people and relationships, and it's not about what you can do for me. And I think sometimes that term is so broad and it gets muddy, and a lot of people approach networking like, it feels really salesy. And as a person who's
Yeah.
been in sales for almost 20 years, I've sold, everything from cars to timeshares to trading softwares to like all different kinds of things. And the one thing that I've learned is that um, you gotta, you gotta find out what a person needs and try to solve problems. So that's how I approach networking. I try to solve
Love it.
problems, and whether my get back comes from that person or not, I don't even really think about it like that. I know I'm just depositing in the karma bank, and it's gonna come back from somewhere. So I just approach it spiritually.
Yeah, I love that. And you guys, we're about to end, but if you can see the background, we're going to have so much fun this Thursday. Can you kind of walk us through, like, if someone, what can they expect when they come into the Corner Wedgwood?
Yeah, yeah. So the Corner Wedgwood is a coffee cocktail bar. The main thing that you can expect here is high vibes and amazing signature cocktails. We've got all day happy hour, $10 signature cocktails, dope music, and live programming that we'll be offering on a weekly basis coming up soon. Right now, because we just launched literally a couple of weeks ago. Really excited to be doing this collaboration with you. As we're kicking this off, and hopefully many more in the future. But you can expect. I want this to be a place where you can find your next business partner. You can find like-minded people. It's not about color, it's not about gender, it's just about people being in a space where everyone has a standard of greatness. They have a standard
Yeah,
of greatness, and they have a standard of just really service and doing great things for the community. So this is really, we're hoping to create a cultural hub here that supports creatives, supports entrepreneurs, and we have a good time.
yeah. And guys, I've had a good time working. This has been like my new co-working spot. When I want to get out the house, I go and have my tea there, and there are other people that are working. And sometimes that is just contagious. It makes you kind of get in the mood. So if you're wanting to get out the house and come and work there, that's another good option.
Thank
Parking,
you.
great. everything.
Yeah, parking. Look, we got the Isley Brothers on right now. Look, we got top shelf wine, everything on the bar, like, is top shelf. Like all of our alcohol is select. So, and it's no diss to anyone else, but like this is a very curated spot. My
Mm.
business partner, Corey Mason's a sommelier, one of few black sommeliers that you'll find. So, we really, everything that we're doing here is elevated, and it's about building community and just elevating the vibes.
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll have the vibes on Thursday. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Ashley.